Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? Could cryptocurrencies make a huge rebound in 2023? Could both gold and Bitcoin reach record highs in 2023? Let's talk about that. Before we get started, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, head on over to our friends at Money Metals Exchange. The link will be down below in the description. If you are a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code PIMPYSILVER. Yes, it has changed. PIMPYSILVER. So if you're watching this video and it's an older video, make sure you check on current videos, because the code is going to be changing from time to time from now on. Also, I can be found on other platforms. Everybody knows I have my own website, Pimpy's News Network. Over here, I post videos that I can't get away with over on YouTube. Also, I have a group on Facebook called Pimpy's Investment Chat. Over here, we do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. Come on over here and join us. It's free to do so. You can also come follow me on Twitter, MeWe, YouTube, and Odyssey. The links for all these platforms will be down below in the description. So for whatever reason, if I get removed off of one platform, you could find me on the others. So is this the year for cryptocurrencies and precious metals? It could be. It depends on a couple of things. Let's go over those. Just a real quick glance at what's going on in the crypto market. You can see a lot of them are in the green. Not by much, but at least it's in the green. Bitcoin sitting at $16,646. Ethereum back above the $1,200 level. XRP's at 33 cents. Dogecoin's at 7 cents. Cardano's at 24 cents. Polygon's at 75 cents. Polkadot at $4.43. Litecoin above $70 again at $70.52. Shiba is at 5081. Solana is at $9.98. So earlier I did a video about the Iraqi dinar, but I did read this article. It said IMF expects bad news about the world economy in 2023. They are thinking that the world is going to go into recession. And what is the reason for that? The RONA. That's right, the RONA all over again. There are states already going back into lockdown. I'm not even kidding. They're masking up again. I know down in Southern California and LA, they are mandatory masks. San Francisco, the same thing, because we live in commie California. We know that over there in China, they had 260 million new coronavirus cases in 6 days. And then they turn around and opened up their borders to the world. What I want to do is take this time to remind you of what happened to gold, silver, and Bitcoin the last time we experienced a shutdown in 2020. I remember people were asking me, Pimpy, with the shutdown happening and everything, man, we're nervous, we're concerned. I said, no. When crap like this happens and it crashes, you can always expect there's going to be a rebound. And I started doing what was known as stock watch. And we picked a handful of stocks to keep an eye on, as well as a handful of cryptos to keep an eye on, and of course gold and silver. Because I thought with them losing their values, it wasn't because they weren't valuable anymore. It's because these industries, the precious metals and the cryptocurrencies, were hurting from the shutdown. And that once we were done with the shutdown, they would rebound. And boy, was I right, because I took $10,000 and invested it into Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, just to name a couple, on my hypothetical portfolio. And what we found out is when they hit their peaks, my $10,000 investment in the Ethereum, in a short period of time, we're talking short, less than 6 months. In less than 6 months, my Ethereum that I invested $10,000 gave me $298,000 in profits in just less than 6 months. And Bitcoin, I think, was like almost 100,000, and XRP was like 80,000 or 60,000 or something like that. So there is an opportunity when they shut down the economies, if they do, to jump on some stocks, to jump on precious metals, to jump on possibly cryptocurrencies. So here we go. You can see right here in December the 1st, 2019, so gold kind of bottoms out, but then all of a sudden it starts to go on a run. Up here we're talking about the coronavirus. It comes down a little, goes back up. We're looking at the close of $1,670.80 on March the 1st. By March the 15th, it closes at $1,484. So what are we looking at? About 11% loss in value. So 11% loss in value. So then from there, once it bottoms out, it's at $1,484. But by August the 2nd, gold sets a new record. It closes at $2,010. You're looking at a 135% increase in value. I'm expecting that to happen again if they force us into a shutdown. You will see record highs because of the recession. You will see record highs because of the shutdown if they manage to pull this off. But not just that. Look at the period of time. It took less than 5 months. Less than 5 months to go from March 15th, $1,484, and by August the 2nd, reach a record high. It actually got up as high as $2,063, but it did close the day at $2,010. Silver, the same thing. By February, it was closing at $18.52. Once the shutdown happened, by March 15th, you can see right here, by the close, it was $12.35. So you're looking at about a 33% loss in value. But once it bottomed out on March 15th, when it closed at $12.35, you can see the same thing by August the 2nd. Silver had closed at $27.53. In just a few months, it almost doubled in value, going from 14 to 27. That's a huge increase in value. Like I said, when it comes to silver, it goes up and comes down quicker than gold. It's like a spastic kid high on sugar. This is more likely to happen than the other scenario, but at least it's worth looking into. Because what happened was, for those of you who don't remember, we saw Bitcoin on February the 2nd of 2020. It closed at $10,116. Everybody was excited. But by March the 8th, it had dropped all the way down to $5,392. And I said, man, don't fall for that. You know, people are just responding to the market is all it is. And then all of a sudden, Bitcoin went on a run like never before. But unlike the 3 months it took for gold and silver to rebound, you're talking about almost a year later. Here we are in April 4th of 2021. So we had Bitcoin going from $5,392 to a little over a year later at $60,204. You're looking at an over 1,000% increase in value. 1,000%. Could cryptocurrencies do that again? It's possible. But right now, people lack faith in cryptocurrencies. They were called a safe haven. They were supposed to outperform gold. They didn't outperform gold. They lost 77% of their value during this crash. Not to mention all the shenanigans that are happening with so-called stable coins. Luna Classic, FTX, crypto platforms and exchanges like Gemini. It was one thing after another, really just bashed down cryptocurrencies, and I really think that's a planned event. And it appears that Tether is next. And if Tether does fall, people are not going to have the same faith in cryptocurrencies this next go around if indeed the economy is shut down. They're just not going to do it. Don't get me wrong. It might be possible that people like that rush. They're hoping for that quick, rich scheme. And the fact that it went up in over a year, up 1,000%, is a pretty big climb. But now we're looking at Bitcoin at $16,645. Oh, have the mighty fallen, all right? So a lot really depends on what is happening with cryptocurrencies. Whether we have more cryptocurrency shenanigans we see playing out in real life. We see that SBF is being protected by the powers that be. It's a scam, man. They use that company to launder money, to funnel money to special projects, to other rich people to do some real shady projects is what they did. The truth is coming out. And are they going to let the truth come all the way out? Nah, because of the people that's behind it, and that includes our CIA. But there is an article out about Bitcoin. It said Bitcoin could easily rally to 160,000, says crypto analysts. Here's how soon it may happen. Now, I did do a report saying just depending on what's going on, I felt by 2025 myself that you would see crypto rebound by 2025. I'd listened to a man who's an analyst, and he had made some good points that I thought were valid. And despite my thoughts on cryptocurrencies, I said, what he said makes sense to me. He looked at some graphs, looked at some patterns, behaviors in the market, what's happened in the past with Bitcoin, and it totally sold me that this guy could be right. But not just him. This article does support the time frame that this gentleman was talking about. Cryptocurrency analyst Dave the Wave predicted Bitcoin price could collapse, which took place in 2022. Well, Pimpy said the same thing. Now he's anticipating a massive surge for the apex crypto. Based on his logarithmic growth curve, the LGC, the analyst predicts that Bitcoin could ascend to 160,000 by January 2025. I know Michael Saylor is praying to God that happens. And so is the president of El Salvador. Is that going to happen? Who knows? If we keep seeing one scandalous after another take place in the crypto market, it's not going to happen. Okay, it's just not going to happen. I don't trust cryptos. I never have. But I was smart enough to know there was a window of opportunity, and I told everybody when that window was. And sure enough, that's what happened. So hopefully everybody was able to jump on that bandwagon and get off when it was time. It said he went on Twitter to share his thoughts about Bitcoin and said it could easily do 10x over the next couple of years. Well, if they shut down the economies, again, you see what happened last time. It did go 10x. Over 1,000% of its value. If patterns and trends tell us anything, then that's also a possibility for Bitcoin. I just think the only thing that's going to keep that from happening is the public does not trust cryptocurrencies. But if you see them start to make a run, people will soon forgive all the past hurt and pain that they went through just for an opportunity to jump on that bandwagon and make a ton of money. You see, I already made my bets. I put them on some very cheap cryptocurrencies that people don't have a lot of faith in. But I use discretionary funds. So I got Shiba. I got Satama. I went ahead and invested into the Luna Classic coin. So can those tokens go up? Yeah, high tide lifts all ships. If Bitcoin starts to run, the other cryptos will too. And that's where I plan to make my money. The fact that I can get so many of those cryptos for so cheap was worth the gamble for me. So will that happen with Bitcoin? It remains to be seen. We know you can't trust them as a safe haven, that's for sure. They were good for a rush, but that was it. So if you're going to jump on that bandwagon and you happen to get lucky with cryptocurrencies, if it indeed happens to go that way, I would not anticipate the value staying there again. It's most likely going to drop all over again. That has been the trend. So take your money out of cryptocurrencies the first opportunity you get and put it into gold and silver. And of course, when you do, make sure you go to our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange and tell them Pimpy sent you. First time buyers, if you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy Silver. That's right, and they will give you an additional half ounce of silver for free with your order. That's it for now. Let me know what you guys think. I look forward to your comments, and I will catch you later. I'm out.